Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Astrobate, I'm gonna get you. Gonna get you. Yo, nice quote, Astrobate. Now we're almost getting somewhere. The Bronstein quote, I like that. I almost like that one. Schieberspieler's here. I like that aspect. When everything on the board is clear, it can be so difficult to conceal your thoughts from your opponent. Dude, seriously, if you're at the level where you have to actually conceal your thoughts from your opponent, you're beyond average. That's advanced. That's an advanced game if we reach the point where you have to conceal the thoughts from the opponent. Alright. Normally just, first level thinking. First or second level thinking should be enough. These days. What's up, Schieberspieler? Schieberspieler in the list. We've got Pawnda Summer. I just called it the Summer Solstice because actually the Summer Solstice is behind us already. But it's close enough. The 21st, I guess? 21st or 22nd. I'm not sure. Today is the 24th. Close enough. So we're halfway through the summer. Does that seem right? No, we're at the beginning of summer. We're not halfway through the summer. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to scare you. Somehow it just doesn't make sense, If the solstice is the beginning of summer, it doesn't really make sense to me. I don't know. It feels like the solstice should be in the middle of the summer. If it's like the longest period of daylight. I don't know, then we have the seasons wrong or something. I mean, you know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. But anyway, alright, we're not here for that. We've got Schieberspieler back after a long time, making this a stronger tournament. Schieberspieler, Sun Prism, Stefano, Ruslan, whatever, Aspirant, and Astrobate. Used to have all A's. Now we have a lot of S names. 4 S names to start with. Yeah, luckily I didn't make it Blitz or something, or you'd be like 150 points higher rated. I'm just lucky that your rapid rating is like jonesing. No pressure. Well, I'm glad it's not an arena. I hate playing the stronger players, but thanks for coming, man. So it's summer, and I decided to try this time control. I was farming some really weak rapid tournaments lately. They were playing 10+2. Yeah, it's kind of a decent time control, I think. Anyway, playing title players on Tuesday. I wanted to make that my stream title as a joke, but I don't want to promote that. Title players on Tuesday. I am playing a title player today, most likely. Well, it's not necessarily forced. Because this is Swiss. Schieberspieler might lose all of his games and never get paired with me. What's up, Arsenal fan? Or I might lose all my games and never get paired with Schieberspieler. It's 100% likely, if we don't drop out of the tournament, even if we don't win all our games, there's not enough players to like not get paired. Yeah, 99.9999. So I'm playing title players on Tuesday. Just had a level Blitz 3 match series. Oh god. Level 3. That's like, that's the level comes after like mud wrestling. All right. Oh, a level. That's like this meme I saw today. There was this cartoon I saw, and they were like, no, I said West Bank. And the dude behind the desk was like, oh, I think it was 1987. I was thinking about my best friend's mom. I'm sure Arsenal fan can get this. No, West Bank. Anyway. Alright, guys. We've got 7, 8 players so far. My best mate's mom, actually. So it was clearly like the British influence. This was not an American influenced cartoon. I was thinking about my best mate's mom. It was 1987. Alright. We've got, would you say Asterbait? Newt. I knew a guy named Gary. He was a national master, Gary Newt. Alright, so 8 players. What else? We got a follow from Kavya Riva Shahan. I'm so good at pronouncing stuff. So what else is new? Well, anyway, 6-round Swiss today, guys and girls and people, plants, animals. For those of you who are vegetarian, plants, 6 rounds, 10 plus 2, casual. This is not the title Trust Day. This is Trust Day. It's a Swiss, so if you do join, don't forget to drop out. Okay, if you're gonna leave, let us know you're gonna leave. Oh, okay, I know what I forgot. I should send one last message. One last desperate request. We need more players. Copy. Oh, you'd like to join the team. Mr. Kavia from Sri Lanka. Accepted. Send team tournament Swiss message on members. Alright. Dear team. Keyboard is too loud. Last call. I thought it was going to be like cooler today and it like tricked me and it's just as hot as it was yesterday. It's like 100 degrees in my office again. It was like windy and shit for a while. And I thought it was going to be like maybe 5 degrees cooler. And it's just brutal again. 6 rounds. 10 plus 2. Casual. Formal clothing wear only. You guys remember in the simul on Sunday, they told me to wear a shirt or something? What is this? Official dress code? This is my summer cafe chess apparel. Not just for the stream. Guys, summer tourney fun. is growing. It's at the 111111. Thanks to Acerbate and a donation of 111. Keep it binary. 0 or 11111111. All right, so we have a strong little mini field. Myself, Spieler, another player that maybe played once, Lord Bresco, just dropped in. Reduce, Arsenal fan, Sun Prism, Stefano, Ruslambert, Aspirin, and Acerbic, and Sean is new, so that's 11 players. But anyway, the majority of players are over 2,000. So quite a compact and strong field so far. In the old days, we used to have quite a few 2,200 plus. Now we're seeing this happen again. So you had a nice miniature. French defense. E46, E45, take. You were black. You were white. You played the exchange variation with C4. Wow. They played Queen E7 check with Bishop E4. Have to ask, Cheaper Spiller, do you ever play French? I haven't been playing that C4 exchange variation lately. Bishop E3, Knight G4. Yeah, Knight G4 is kind of like a known mistake. You know, who did that? We were doing those streams on Wednesdays a few years ago where I was going over specific players' games. There was one particular player, I think, maybe Charshek. I just remember seeing, I can't remember who it was, Pillsbury or Charshek. Someone had a game like that, Arsenal fan. Where the same thing happened, you know. Common idea. HGG here. HGGGG. Where's HG? Oh, he's just watching. Okay. So I'm reading the list of players who are not yet registered, but watching the tournament. AVK, HGG, Doc, Waffle Kitty. Oof. Man, they tricked me with the weather. It was actually kind of okay in the morning, and now it's like brutal again. It's like an oven in here. Yeah, I couldn't quite visualize it, the Knight G5. I haven't been doing a lot of blindfold chess, so I'm kind of bad at like visualizing positions from notation now after like 13 moves. So you got Queen E7 check, Bishop E3, Knight G4, blah 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 blah, check, castles, Queen B3, Bishop E6, Rook AE1, Bishop C4, Queen C4, Queen H6, Knight G5. I'll have to take a look later. My visualization isn't what it once was. Need to practice our. Wow, Skaven Engen, one of the oldest players who played on my stream. Not oldest, but going back like 8 years ago. Skaven Engen. Thinking about joining. Drying paint. Oh no. Drying paint from, we've got Northeastern Europe represented. Drying paint from Lithuania. And Skaven Engen thinking about playing from Poland. We haven't had, you know who's missing? Germany. Germany's on strike today. No Mr. Slow, no. Nobody. Nobody from Germany. That's one of my best countries. Normally. Sheaver Spieler scared them all away. Oh, there you are. Alright, we got Germany represented. 42. Pulling up the rear. Very well. But you're not in the tournament. Oh, there you are. You are in the tournament. Weighing in at 1837. Not bad. Wow, you even got a classical of 1911 now. You're pushing it. Alright, Germany's in. I'm not joking. Inter Miami versus Arsenal. What, Inter Miami versus Paris Saint-Germain? Is that for real? A Major League Soccer team? Come on. All right. Let's go. It would be a really sad world if like American soccer teams start to dominate or something. Then it's time to quit football. You have to start calling it soccer. If an American team wins like the Club Cup or whatever. Money can buy anything. What do we got? All right. HGG is in. Another 2,000. Ruin is here. So we have a good field. 18 players. Did I hear 20? Did I hear 20? We have 33 seconds to go. This is a Swiss, not an arena. So it's top against bottom half. We don't play the guy next to us in the list. Skaveningen joined. Wow. Great to see him. Joined 10 years ago. He's been on the site for 10 years. I've only been on the site for 9 years. That's what I mean by oldest. So this is interesting. 21 players now. I'm playing HGG. Middle of the cut is 2006. HGG is the top player from the bottom half. Oh, fuck me. I just spilled my coffee. But only a minor issue. Alright, I'm going to lose on time. You can lose on time here? I forget. Help. Alright, we're not going to lose on time. We're not going to forfeit. No, you forfeit in arenas, right? Here you don't forfeit. That's the point. We haven't done too many Swisses lately. Nice to see that people... I like the time control. The increment's not too big. So... It's not 10-0, but it's close. Not the heavy increment that makes the games long. You know, the games aren't that long. I need to play faster. I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't made up my mind. I mean, I thought about Bishop G4 in the past, but we'll just play King's Indian. We'll just not play the King's Indian. Play Marazzi. Marazzi sucks. But it's solid. You're in the top half. Yeah, it's much more likely someone in the lower half would default. But it's a little surprising. There weren't that many players like pre-registered. Acerbate. Acerbate's not defaulting. Rook C1. That's it's an old move that no one plays anymore. That used to be considered to be like a main line for white. Rook C1, really old-fashioned move. The rook has been proven to be better placed on B1 in these types of lines. Am I threatening knight takes E4? No. Then... oh no. Bishop F3, that looks familiar. Could liquidate pieces. I'm not really afraid of that. I think. Oh no, did I lose the stream already? Bishop F3 is not considered a good move. He's playing in a very unorthodox manner here. The way that HEG is playing this, I would say he just doesn't really play the Marazzi. Spieler, on the other hand, is like, world class. World class white side of the Marazzi player. Well, maybe not world class, but quite good. Very good. This suits his style. I really lost the stream. It's Twitch again. Twitch crashed again? It's been doing that lately. Like, while YouTube stays up, Twitch just takes a dive. No, I guess it was just on my end. Bishop takes, bishop e5. There was this little kid. I guess I could take on a4 there, actually. There once was a little kid. If bishop takes a4, c5, you have a trap there? Probably doesn't... Yeah, it's not clear. Bishop takes a4, c5, bishop b5, d takes c... c takes d. You probably get a pawn for the exchange. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't notice bishop takes a4. World-class student. Schieberspieler has been gone from the stream so long that I think he must be 40 by now. I was just thinking I'm going to start lying about my age when people ask me how old I am. I'm going to just tell people I'm 20 years older than I really am to make me feel better about my own age. So if somebody asks me today, how old are you? The response should be 72. They'll be like, no, you're not. But it seems so long. Schieberspieler is probably has grandkids by now. Time goes so fast, it's ridiculous, I don't know. How the last 5 years went by since COVID or whatever. For all I know, Schieberspieler has been in the workforce. He graduated from school. I look good for 92. I always do that to people though. I always like to play how old am I? You guess. And they guess 40, 45. I'm like, no. I feel good about myself. But I figure if I pretend I'm older than I really am, it'll make me feel better about my actual age. New strategy to combat depression that comes with getting older. Yeah, I'm the same age as Mick Jagger. He's just had more surgeries. AGG, it's easier to say that. It's hard to say HGG. In Hungarian it's HGGG. It's actually easier, but to say HGG is so awkward. AG would be better, AGGG. It's hard to make that transition between the H sound and the G. It just doesn't flow, There's no words that have HG next to each other in the dictionary, are there? There's a reason for that. But anyway, I think he left the building. He went down to the ABC for a new pack of beer. H takes G. Yeah, it's funny. I never thought of his name in the context of capturing. All right. Now we go to D4. Oh. I have knight d4, queen b6. This is a bad Schieberspieler position for white. It's like a Schieberspieler nightmare. I had a really weird dream last night. Why is it that my dreams always come back to me when I'm like talking free, you know? Somehow it's like psychotherapy. All day I like forgot my dream and then remembered it when I start talking about stuff. Free association or whatever. So that's why psychiatrists use that free association stuff. You start talking and all of a sudden things start flowing and you start remembering things. Like your dream from last night. Oh, that was weird. Wasn't really a chess. Well, there was a little bit of chess, actually, in my mind. I didn't think he could pull the trigger on this move, but he did. I was like, no, he won't do that. That's why it's important never to do hope chess. He found 83, you know, the move I didn't really think he would be able to pull it off. Just too ugly. Even Poirier can't cope with the ready stodge. The 3 stodges. It's like a kind of pizza. Quattro formaggi, or 3 stodges. Oh. Other opening. He's been working on his e4 secretly. That's like the bunker buster. Schieberspieler bunker buster bomb. Yeah, we're all intrigued now. HEG, I'm way ahead of you. This is the one thing that black doesn't want to let happen in these types of positions. So I had actually kind of anticipated this. We're going to play a little game. The game is called No, I'm Not Trading Off Your Knight. Still, not so easy. He's suddenly pissing me off. Wow, there's some interesting stuff going on here. Look at these pieces. My God, bro. F5 takes. I love this position. Wow. I can't resist the temptation. What a position. I love this. So bishop takes g2. You're like, what? Well, he's the one with the time pressure, not me. Yo, wow, hello. Sorry, I forgot to write. Yeah, he found that. He found that. That's a good move. HEG, a little tricky. But the priorities here have been adhered to. Adhesive. No trading queens. No trading my knight with your knight. No trading your bishop for anything. we have to adhere to these rules here in this situation. H5. Oh. Weakening my king side? My god, man. That might even require calculation. Jeez, Sheever Spiller. You think I'm capable of calculation at this point? I'm trying to keep it simple around here. None of that calculation crap. None of that truth. None of that truth stuff. HGG is he was so slow out of the box there, using all that extra time he didn't need. It's a hell of a bishop you got there. I know. Really looking forward to capturing that bishop. Maybe in another life. What bishop? Wait. The bishop that... Yeah, it looks good. Come on, don't make me calculate. You want me to play h5. That's for a really serious game. I'm not even awake yet. He's getting low on time. Okay, it's a difficult position for white, but now, for what it's worth. Oh, jeez. Now he's going with the doubling of rooks. That's mate. Queen f4. No. No. Just like drifting with no plan at all. Alright, we still have some games left. Paint Dry, Mr. Kavia, who's new, and Ruslan Bear, Redusa. Let's see. Let's watch Scheveningen. White side of the Sicilian. It looks like a dragon. Accelerated dragon or something like that. Black is up a piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drying paint. Drying paint, I questioned earlier whether they were like Ned-Eye or whatever, but the bullet rating is too high. 2205. Plus 1700, you know, chess 960 isn't bad. We don't really know about Drying Paint. He might be a different player than Ned-Eye. Ned-Eye doesn't seem quite as strong. The other Lithuanian player. This is scary, dude. Scheveningen is in big trouble. Is the stream crashing? Good question. Seems like it is, in fact. Just on Twitch. Just on Twitch. I don't know why it's Twitch, dude. Yeah, I'm screaming. I'm screaming. But the stream seems up. But it dropped, you know, my stream, when I was watching Twitch, it dropped twice. Drying Paint, making Scheveningen's life very difficult here. Okay, it's very easy to underestimate people. I empathize with Skaveninga, but he has chances to hold a draw here, but he's going to need to play faster. Oh shit, he dropped his pawn on c3. Bro, what is he doing? Seriously? White is like not taking that. White is just dropping that pawn. Man, Skaveningen's getting old. He must be like 80 now. Here I was assuming that Skaveningen was younger than me. Maybe he just doesn't play much. Alright. So Genius Emperor. The modest version. Very modest name. We really appreciate modesty here. I'm modest. Doc Waffle Kitty in first place. Okay, we still got games going. Drying paint. What? Drying paint is over. Ruslan Bear. Sung Prism. Wow, Rodusa. What's happening here? Ruslan Bear dangerous. Not difficult here. White is winning. Major upset. Ruslan Bear 1700. Upset in the making. Potential. Should be winning for white now. Lots of pawns. Nice bishop. Now that's a nice bishop. That bishop is worth at least 5 pawns. Damn. Now that's a hell of a bishop you got there. Insert horse noises. Well, I mean, Arsenal fan. Verdusu is a very fast player and stronger than Ruslan Bear, but not a complete. He's not a complete package. I assume a young player who still has a lot of flaws. Yeah, Ruslan Bear can be dangerous though. It is still a major upset. But I mean, I've certainly lost against Ruslan from time to time. He's not really doing anything concrete here. You know, he's doing like an acerbate approach. He doesn't move his pawns. It's weird. You know you have pawns, right? Oh my god. It's a draw. It's a draw. Don't take the draw. Go for the win. Go for the win. He's going for the win with Rook D1. White timed out. Oh my god. How awkward is that? And Bishop D3 check is like winning. No, King F2 is mate. That's sick. Rook D1 playing for the win. He doesn't take the draw. He goes for the win with Rook D1 and sees it. Bro, that's brutal. That's perverse. So Sung Prism, what happened? He gets a tough win. Wow, poor Ruslan. Ruslan didn't want to move his pawns for some reason. And then let himself get mated with Queen and Bishop versus 2 rooks. It's a nightmare. You were playing 2 games at the same time. Oh no. That's why he was struggling so much. He did a Sunil Weremetry. Hikaru's stepfather, I remember doing that when they first started having like action chess rated tournaments in the early 90s, late 80s. Sunil tried to do like a simul. Where he played multiple tournaments at the same time. He was playing in the World Open, and then he was playing in some kind of action quads, like simultaneously. OTB, multiple games at the same time. I guess there may not be any rule against that even now. Although, with like computer cheating and stuff, like leaving the room, going to the other tournament might be kind of difficult. Between every move, your opponent's going to get a little nervous. So there's no defense, is there? Was there a defense there? All right, focus group. I feel like there was also a story about Romanian Grandmaster Suba doing that. He mentioned it in his book. As an experiment, he tried to play in like 2 tournaments at the same time or something. I think he was trying to just play on intuition or some kind of... Anyway. But yeah, playing 2 games at the same time. Was there a way to hold? Rook d1, threatening king f2. So you have to prevent the king from moving, so queen e3. Exactly. So queen e3, then what happens? Queen e3, like, the king can't move then. So where am I here? We transpose to the judge. Judge Bob. So in that weird study like position, rook d1, queen e3, that would actually... Wait, where is white's king? I don't understand. Queen e3. What am I talking about? King's on f1. Okay. So queen e3 prevents rook g1, the perpetual, and it prevents the king from moving. Is the queen on the square? It can go to e3? Anyway, I should focus on my game. Alright, Sun Prism. We got to play a little faster here. Just remember, guys, only in 2-second increments, so it doesn't really add up. You know, you got to play it like it's 10-0. I mean, you can bank your time if it's like a draw endgame where you're just like moving back and forth a lot. Queen takes 94, queen e3. What's up with that? Yeah, now I'm wasting time. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Knight 94, queen e3, or... Knight e4, queen e3, queen a5 check. Now that's a different animal. Well, I guess I should just play knight c3. We 1800s sneak up on people. Yeah, but you're not just an average in 1800. Drying Paint played some tough game against me and also has that very, very high bullet rating. So you're 1800, but you have this suspiciously strong 2200 bullet rating. Not an average, just run-of-the-mill 1800 in a sense. Yeah. I never play 2 games at the same time unless it's a simul, you know, and then it's normal. But that was something that used to happen to me when I played online poker. I would be like playing online poker tournaments and chess at the same time, which was always a disaster. Sometimes I would have a bunch of poker tables and then use chess as a way of kind of like refreshing my brain or something, but then you'd get embroiled in both and it was hard to concentrate. If it became serious, it was actually a handicap. Sometimes it would help me sort of prevent boredom. D5. Pawn takes pawn. So, oh, you want to play it that way. Alright, if that's the way we're going to be about it. I'm going for the perfect pawn structure. So if you play Queen A5 now, what do I do? Hey, there's more to life than pawn structure. Queen A5, Rook C1, Knight takes C3. That'd be kind of funny. Bishop takes C6 check. Resigns. Queen A5, Rook C1. Castles, Rook C1. Alright. This game is a little too technical to be fun. Wow, that was loud. What's up? Our first donation of today? Yes! Wow, Drying Paint donated $10. Now that's some serious drying paint right there. Wow, very generous. Thank you, Drying Paint. $10. Double coffee. Queen B6. Opening the way for pressure on the B file, Rook D8. The knight on D5 is a real menace. You know, I don't want to take it. It's like a woman, right? Like the joke about women. You can't live with them and you can't live without them. The knight on D5 is like that. Like, you can't take it, but you can't make it go away either without playing E4, which, like, kind of wrecks my position. I don't want to play E4 and block my own bishop and put my pawns on light squares, weakening the dark squares, but otherwise I can't get rid of knight on D5. The only other option is to live with it. Maybe Rook AC1 in this case. When I have the idea of knight A4, I reserve the F rook for the D file. I'm not sure this is the right idea. You know, in reality, maybe I should just play Rook FC1. My plan was originally to play Rook FC1. It's probably better. I'm going to regret playing Rook AC1, probably, whatever. I played it. You can't second guess yourself. You guys are taking too much time. If I take on D5, black takes back with the C pawn, and white has like a 1/10 of a pawn advantage. I don't want to do that. This is the problem. One of the problems with my move. Now black lines up Rook FD8. What if I play knight A4? You've got... Yeah, my rook should have gone to C8 probably. Rook D8 is a threat. Knight A4, Queen B5, like Magaramov. Rook D8 is coming. Rook D8 is coming and I need a place to hold my queen. Knight A4 runs into, again, Queen B5. If I had played Rook FC1, I would be in a much better... Feels like I would be in a much better spot. Wrong rook. So what if I do Rook FE1? Not what I want to do, but let's just say I do it. Rook FE1, Rook D8, move the queen. Totally wasted time. If you play not where I wanted my rook. It's a rook mare. This is a rook mare too. Messed up my rooks. I should have done Rook FC1. Because I can always bail out and take on D5 and have the 1/10 of a pawn advantage. thanks to my handy queenside majority. There's not much, though. Is it enough to take out the slung prism without stuttering too much? Knight a4. He could also attempt to trade queens, but I'm not overly concerned about that. Knight a4, queen b5. There's the problem. Knight a4, queen b5, queen c2. Don't really trust my own position here. But this is the plan. We need a place for a mom. Chessmom.com. There was this company that like found senior homes for like old people called A Place for Mom. They used to run ads on TV exactly when like my mom got dementia, but it was kind of like a scam. A service that helps you like put your parents away for life so you never have to take care of them. Very, very human. But in this case, we need a place for mom. The mom being the queen, of course. Queen. This is our mom, and the knight on d5 is the wife. You can't get rid of the wife, but, you know, mom can be sent to a senior center or home for old people. All right, here we go. This is the plan. Very artificial. But the good thing is we haven't moved too many pawns, so we don't have that many weaknesses. Knight b4. Luckily, knight b4 doesn't win by force because it comes freaking close, right? Knight b4, queen b3. Only move, and luckily rook d2 doesn't seem to lead anywhere. For best referral fees, they should have a place for your like drugged out children. They should have the same service for parents who want to like unload their like loser children. A place for Johnny.